I suspect it may be going to let us be live. I'm waiting for something to appear. Something's appearing now as we speak.
I always follow you shortly after that.
They'll call me shortly. Just because I'm vertically challenged.
There we go.
Look, there we go. We are indeed live on the
live.
Tube of You and the Book of Face. So what's going on tonight then?
Well, you know what's really funny is we had people in the store today referring to saying that, I saw you guys in the Book of Face. So it's really funny.
You use it 3 times, it catches on.
It catches on.
Really
so tonight...
I should have got some water.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
have
a little sip.
I can manage it. You have your water.
It won't be that long. We usually do this the first Wednesday of the month, but because there were 5 weeks in March, and today is the last day of the month, we thought rather than wait until like the 7th to give you the Tarotscopes,
which would be a week late. Simply won't do. We
would bring you the Tarotscopes tonight, and we want to remind everybody that next Wednesday night on the 7th is Karma Points Customer Appreciation Night. So next Wednesday night, from, 5 to 7:30, I think?
Something like that, I don't know.
We have the tombola where you take a spin.
Mm-hmm.
You take a spin and you can win somewhere between $5 and $200. So every ticket is at least $5. There's a bunch of 10s, 25s, 50s, 100s, and then there's one $200 one. And we've given that away a couple of times.
That's right.
So if you are a Karma Points customer, you can just come in and spin. If you're not a Karma Points customer, then you would need to sign up and spend $10.
But we'll let you have a spin.
But we're not going to just let somebody who's never been in the store, who doesn't sign up.
Well, I'd like my free spin in $200, please.
Yeah, so you'd have to spend $10 if you're not already a customer.
We have an ulterior motive for our hidden agenda.
So next Wednesday night is Karma Points night.
It is.
But we're here tonight.
Welcome if you're watching us on the Tube of You. Do please join in, chime in, say hello and all that fun stuff.
And we're also working out a day next week that we can sneak away to go rock shopping.
Oh, yes, we need rocks.
We need rocks.
We need rocks.
Greetings, beautiful friends. Yes, greetings. All right, so Tarotscopes for April 21.
It's a kind of crazy month. Not quite as crazy as last month. But...
February was the nutsiest one. But all right, so
but March was still pretty.
March was pretty intense.
There was an element of guano insanity. With March.
Hi, Ash. Yeah, I'm going to repeat a little bit of March's stuff. All right, so in April, Venus and Mercury, they travel very close to the Sun.
Yes.
So they will be moving
rapidly
through Aries,
right,
and on into Taurus, right? Because if you were born today, you would be Aries. But later on in April,
in the China shop time,
it moves into Taurus. So Mercury and Venus never move more than 2 signs away from the Sun.
How fascinating.
Yeah. So that means like if you're a Leo, Mercury and Venus could either be in Gemini or Cancer, Leo, Virgo, or Libra.
So there'll never be anything other than that?
They'll never be more than 2 signs away.
Well, see, now I've learned something. That's pretty cool. So it's handy to know in astrology.
A little bit.
Said to me.
Okay.
I just do computers.
So Mercury and Venus are moving through Aries and on into Taurus by month's end. And Mars is going to start out in Gemini, Mars in Gemini, and then it's going to move into Cancer by the end of the month. Okay. And Mars in Cancer is a time for us to be a little bit more mindful of our emotions. Because when Mars pairs up in Cancer and then we have Venus in Aries, we tend to do things like jump to conclusions and fly off the handle.
Get entirely the wrong sort of exercise.
And do a little bit of, a little bit of exercises that might not be so healthy. So my advice for navigating Mercury and Venus moving through Aries into Taurus and navigating Mars in Cancer is to listen carefully to what others are saying. And really think...
2 ears, 1 mouth.
Yeah, and really think about it and think, should I... Hi, Jenna. Welcome.
Is that our Jenna?
Jenna Tellendrum, yes.
Hello, Jenna.
Hello, Jenna. So think about what they're saying and think about if it's something you should take personally. Is this really something that they are meaning to harm me with? Or
Or are you
Could it
maybe
be,
internalizing?
well, it could also be that this person just needs to purge something, right? Because their emotions are going to be high as well. So you might be their sounding board. They might not have somebody else they can put this on. So rather than take it personally, this is a month to kind of pause and see if you can respond in a positive way or a helpful way rather than react and have both of you upset.
Yes.
Right?
Don't go in all guns blazing. No,
so
April
is a month to respond and not react, and certainly not overreact.
I always find that it's useful to put that little pause in, that little, 3-second pause before you speak, just slow yourself, check yourself, count to 3, and put it through 3 filters. Is it necessary? Is it kind? Is it true? If it isn't, don't say it.
And is it coming from a place of love? But
Well,
what I'm saying is, I think that everybody's emotions are going to be quite keyed up by Mercury, Venus, and Mars, right?
Yeah, all of us are itching to get the hell out of the way this crazy lockdown pandemic.
Yeah.
But we ain't quite out the woods yet is the problem. You just aren't.
Not everybody has a therapist. Not everybody has somebody they can talk to. So you might accidentally be
take on that role,
the sounding board for someone. So again, listen to your heart. That's right, Shelley. And don't overreact and think, is this personal, or does this person just need to get rid of that?
You burst into a Roxette song there. Better not, though.
No. And then worth repeating from last month, Jupiter and Saturn are still in Aquarius, and they're going to remain there for most of 2021. And all of the outer planets are kind of anchored in their signs as well. So Uranus is in Taurus, Neptune's in its home sign of Pisces. Hi, Savannah.
See, people would say,
and Pluto's
what
in Capricorn.
What are you talking about here? These invisible planets.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
Hello, and thank you for your time you share with us. Shelley and I appreciate your sharing. Well, we appreciate
welcome,
you
John.
joining us, John. Thank you.
Okay.
Please like, comment, subscribe, share it, tell your friends, all that fun stuff.
So while astrologers don't work with those outer planets,
yes,
I like to see them more as kind of generational.
Okay,
so we think the planet of chaos is being grounded in Taurus.
Right.
The planet of Neptune is being given all this wonderful higher octave of communication in Pisces, and Pluto in Capricorn kind of gives us that energy of focusing on finances. But Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, its natural ruler is Saturn. So Pluto in Capricorn kind of says, is there a way we can barter? Can we make something better? Can we fix something? So
I like the practicality of Capricorn.
Yeah, except the world domination part.
Well, there is that. So, they do have that hidden agenda of world domination. But aside from that, they're decent sort of people, generally speaking. They're very practical.
All right.
But boy, do they run deep, don't they?
They do.
I think they do.
So Aries is first up here.
Oh, all right then. So what do we got?
So this is your card for the month.
I have to turn this the other way around because you got more than this. You see, I didn't write this, so I'm going to have to attempt to read it.
To read Aquarian.
Well, I'll fill in blanks where possible.
So this is for Aries.
Which is the Page of Wands is your card that Lisa has chosen for you. I just, before we dig in, because we probably, if you've never watched this before, you're probably wondering, what
the hell are
you doing? What are you doing? Well, Lisa writes these things called Tarotscopes. She's been doing it for...
Since 1998.
Oh, God, yeah.
Every month since 1998.
A while now,
Although last year I took a hiatus because there really wasn't anything good to say.
Well, I understand. But no, it's a column that's been covered by a number of papers here in the UK as well.
Broadsheet in the UK, yeah.
So what she does is she looks at the astrological energies as if it were like a horoscope for your sign for that month based on your sun sign. But she also pulls a tarot card and using her cunning intuition amalgamates the two together, blends them and comes up with a tarotscope.
Well, because I love the language of the tarot, but we also do need to pay attention to what's going on astrologically.
And indeed, the tarot is intrinsically linked.
Oh, absolutely.
To astrology anyway.
All right, so Aries.
So moving on. So that's what's going on in case you're wondering. So these are your cards. What we're going to do today is go through what your cards are for each sign for the month of April. So Aries, you've got the Page of Wands, which I kind of dig this card actually. I like it a lot. Advice here, take it one day at a time. Remember, great things are not just accomplished in one single moment. Maybe not even one day. She knows you like to take things and move along quickly once you set your mind to it. I mean, that's the Aryan way, isn't it? You know, bags of smoke and straight up the middle. But some projects do take a little more time. So think about how long it took for you to come to where you actually are right now. You may need at least half that time again to get to where you want to be. So be kind to yourself and use the knowledge you have gained to bring about your success.
Okay, so that's Aries.
So that's Aries.
And Taurus, who I know don't like change.
You want me to hold that one?
Yes, please.
I'm going to hold that because you're going to...
So Taurus, fixed earth, changes bad.
Change bad.
Six of Swords.
Six of Swords.
So Taurians, if you are not happy with your living arrangements, this month might be when you make your plan to move.
Ah.
And even if you've recently changed residence, you might not be quite so happy with where everything is arranged.
You might need to make some changes
so you
within the
right.
residence.
You might want to make yourself a little more comfortable. There might be something pressing you to feel like you want to rearrange the furniture or paint or, buy something new.
I like to buy new things.
Just about really wanting to be comfortable this month. And for Taurus, I also see a boost of creativity and some sort of real relief in the last couple of months. Last couple of weeks of the month. Okay.
Try that in English.
So I also see a boost of creative energy and a bit of a real, sigh of relief in the last 2 weeks of the month. And energy that you can work with to bring true happiness.
Happiness, eh? Where's my happiness?
So
Have you got my happiness?
Unrest for Taurus is temporary.
Who's got my happiness? Well, obviously, following on from our dear Taurian friends, we have Gemini. And you say Mars is entering Gemini, isn't it?
Mars is in Gemini. It's going to move on into Cancer later in the month.
Okay, all
so
right.
These are for April. Yeah.
All right. So you've got the Four of Cups. Interesting card. I think the body language speaks a little bit here. And so does Lisa, because she says, I am drawn to remind you about body language and the signal it sends. If you're faced with some difficult people or a heavy situation, work to open your heart and place some loving energy in the aura or the other person or surroundings to increase positive energy. You're not going to fix it by pouring scorn on the situation. You've just got to feed a bit of love in there, yeah? Think about how you're presenting yourself. Try not to hover over another or be too close, really micromanage perhaps. All the things that might make a difficult situation more tense. And just call up your loving soul and be open to make positive changes. That's what she says.
Well, yeah, no, because Gemini is like the natural flirt of the zodiac, and they love to, when they talk to you, they love to touch, they're a really warm and happy person, generally very warm and happy. But I feel like this month there's a bit of tense energy around Gemini where they may put out a different body language than they usually do. So I just want to remind people that, all crossed up like that. Gemini, you got to be your open, happy self.
Yes, be your warm self. Be your warm self. This is also you, though, isn't it? No, or are we switching around?
You just did Gemini. I'm doing Cancer.
All right, then I'll shut up then.
Okay. This is for Cancer.
I wish I knew what I was talking about.
We'll get through. All right. Cancer got the Two of Swords.
Oh.
So now Mars is moving into Cancer. What I'd like to say is anytime we see a moon on a card,
yes,
we know that there's a change coming.
This is a waxing moon on this card.
Oh, well, if you do you. All right.
I can tell that. Assuming, and I do know, that these are painted in the Northern Hemisphere, so this is a waxing moon in the Northern Hemisphere. We know that.
All right. Well, Cancer's ruled by the moon. And anytime we see a moon on a card, we know that a change is coming.
All right.
And I can bet that change is not really the thing that Cancer wants to deal with right now, but...
Can't we just go home and crawl into our shell?
You might have to make some decisions this month that affect a long period of time, perhaps even a few years of your life. So, you know, kind of when you...
one of those momentous
well, when you
decisions,
graduate and you think, okay, now I need this career that's going to set me up for this section of life. Or when you retire and you think, well, now I want to downsize and set up for this section of life. So not to make you crazy or worry you, dear Cancer, but some of the decisions that you're making this month may have long-term effects.
I love the but. It means behold the underlying truth.
Truth, yes. And that's okay, because you have some great friends and great family that you can seek counsel from, right? Even if you're going to do what you want to do in the end, it's good to get others' opinions. And don't be hasty and do something really quickly because you're frustrated.
Yeah.
And also, don't leave it till the last possible minute to make that choice.
Because procrastination is not indicated by this card at all.
Don't do it right away. Don't do it right away. Just, okay, I've done it. And don't put it off and put it off and put it off until the last second, because you don't want to be disappointed. Take that chunk of time. Take your time, do your research, and allow yourself to make the choice that'll be really right for you. Yeah. So that's Cancer. So
that's a tricky one. That's almost like approach it like a Gemini, which is kind of awkward, isn't it? You know, don't be too quick, don't be too hasty, but don't fathom about it for too long here.
All right, dear Leo.
Actually, honestly, this is one of my favourite cards in the entire deck.
The Fraternity.
I love it. I love it. So she writes, much redo, home improvements, self-improvements, and real strides forward in your spiritual life are all on the agenda this month. I have to now work the paper because it's awfully complicated.
Go, Leo.
Oh, yeah, well, says dear Leo, that's your next word, wasn't it? I know you love the spotlight. It's all about me. So now is your time to shine. Yes, but you will have to put in some long hours. Well, no surprise there, really, is there? Focus, organise, and really work. But the results will be so worth it. Seriously, take your vitamins, however you say it. I say vitamins because I'm from England. And be kind to yourself as you surge forward.
Yeah, I think Leo has
There's a bit of a surge going on.
A lot of potential, and they're usually a sign that can just do the endurance thing. So, yeah, take your vitamins.
All right. I'm familiar with endurance days working with you, my love.
Hey. Virgo.
That's Leo. Did you see me, Virgo?
Did you see that? Virgo is the Knight of Swords. This guy looks pretty angry. So Virgo, do not give in to negative forces that are trying to derail you. Keep focused and remember all that you are made of. Knights are the messengers of the tarot, and this one, as you can see, usually brings some upsetting news or words that might make you angry. See, he's all covered in red and he's got his sword. Step back and see what the root of it is. What can you do to face the facts, to overcome the threat, or deal with the difficulties? You got this. Remember to be kind. You may never really know why the other person is so upset to begin with, but you got this.
Well, everybody's got a story we know nothing about.
Exactly.
And it isn't necessarily aimed at you, I have to say that. So, yeah, as Lisa was saying earlier, there's a possibility of being a sounding board this time. Some people need to vent, get it off their chest, whatever, don't we? So where are we now then? Libra. Oh, got to weigh everything up, balance it all up. And of course, we have the King of Wands, which is interesting. So some legal matters are now being decided. You may find yourself in a difficult position due to choices you've made in the past few months. Time now to let things play out. There really isn't anything more you can do, but hold your boundaries and wait and see what is deemed legal. And then you'll know how best to move forwards. If you are not involved in any legal matters, then there's going to be like a deep truth that's going to come to light, Lisa seems to think. So this is quite an interesting card, this one, the King of Wands.
Movement, you see, Libra is opposite of Aries.
Yep.
So Mercury, Sun, and Venus are opposing.
Oppositions, ouch.
Opposing Libra, yeah. Oppositions bring Conflict or compromise.
But
so.
resolution of opposition is from where all life comes. Oh, 7 of Cups. Who we got now? Scorpio.
Scorpio says, oh boy, here we go again. I have known some amazing people in my lifetime who have been or still are Scorpio.
Okay.
And I've known these people that also aren't necessarily born under the sign of Scorpio, but they exude that scorpionic nature.
Ah.
Coping with the energy is like dealing with the good, the bad, and the ugly.
That can be bloody intense.
I mean, they can be up here, they can be down here, and they can be hiding. All right?
Intense.
Now is not, dear Scorpio, the time to sting yourself in order to bring another person down. They're known for that. But this time, it just won't be worth it. Seriously, it would be better to just disappear than die in battle. If you think about it, you might notice that this wasn't even your battle after all. So why take it on to the death? So, as hard as it's going to be, this is definitely a time of laying low, not a time of forcefulness.
Could we calm down, please?
What's going on?
Pay attention. We're talking to your Scorpio bleeding moon or whatever there, Mr. Emmett. Who's deciding, yes, do not engage. That's what we're saying.
Emmett's other name is Dammit.
Well, yes, he's too busy trying to trash the joint.
Okay.
So I thought it was a roll of thunder I heard earlier, but apparently it was just a peal of cat instead.
Oh dear. All right, this is Sagittarius.
Sag. Where are we?
8 of Cups.
Yeah, we went past
All it says on the page is Sagittarius, 8 of Cups.
Oh, well, that's good then.
So I moved the page for you.
See, that just threw me for a loop there. Sorry, I'm a consummate professional, as you can tell.
I'm trying to help.
Seamless here.
I was trying to help so you didn't have to deal with the page this time.
Such high production values.
Dear.
What are you gonna do?
All right.
Anyway, remember.
Sagittarius,
Let me just say something. We were talking about this earlier today. I love Sages. One of my closest friends back in the UK is a Sag, and he's just like so
the delivery.
up for it, and his timing so witty and all that fun stuff. It was great. We can't say the one about getting my US driver's license. That's not.
Well, we could just.
We're going to have to put it after 11 o'clock.
Oh, come on. Anton was driving my '89 Mustang on the FDR Drive,
which is interesting. If you've ever been there.
And there was this craziness. And you hear, F you, you F and F. And Lawrence just looks at Anton and said, why, I do believe you could get your New York driver's license now. Anyway,
well, it's
without missing a beat.
It's the way when you're trying to avoid a maniac behind a yellow.
But it was just like without missing a beat. Well, I do believe you could get your New York driver's license now.
What I was going to say, apart from that, the delivery. Saggies are just up for it. They'll go anywhere. I mean, you could say, hey, listen, we need this bit. And they can't mail it. We're going to have to drive to Mamank's to get it.
Yeah.
I'm up for that.
I'll pack my bags and I'll be right over.
That's it. Anyway, so Sag, let's talk about what Lisa has for your Tarotscope.
For your Tarotscope for April.
So remember, because again, there's a moon on this card like there were in another one. Anytime we see a moon, we know a change is coming. This month could prove to be a real reality check to those around you. I feel. She feels.
I feel you.
I feel you.
I feel you, Sag.
May have to offer up some tough love and push others to actually take things on, take on their responsibilities specifically. Yeah. You're very positive and get loads accomplished. You're up for it, obviously. But this month, encouraging others to do their part would be the best use of your energy. Push if you have to. Seriously. They will respond. But you might have to put spurs to horse, as the saying goes.
Ooh.
Hey, that one.
All
right, your turn then.
Capricornus.
Well, we were talking about Capricorn, weren't we?
Capricorn got the Knight of Cups. So this is very different energy than the Knight of Swords.
You might say.
Right? This is some really good news for Capricorn regarding career.
Mm-hmm.
Things you've been working on or working towards are really now coming into reach. The trick is not to relax just yet. Just take things as they come, but keep moving, right? Don't think, got there, I'm done, I can sit down, I can relax.
Yeah, no.
No, now is the time to really look forward and make even more plans and see them really start to unfold with great results. So you're going to get that step up, that promotion, that increase, that, clientele, whatever it is you've been working on, that's coming. Don't rest on your laurels. Push even further and you can really achieve some major success.
For sure. Oh, another one of my favorite cards this one for Aquarius, which is you.
Oh, yes, Aquarius.
Yes. So, Aquarius, Lisa says, the only sign this month to actually get a major arcana card.
I found that very unusual.
Well, happens sometimes, doesn't it? Just, I guess. I don't know. But she believes this is due to Jupiter-Saturn pairing in Aquarius.
Powerful energy.
All right. Lending energy for great magic to occur in our lives. We like great magic. It's good, isn't it?
Oh, I can see magic every day.
I don't. We work magic every day. That's our gig. So, dear Aquarians, use this month's energy wisely. Make a plan. Okay? Work out how you will execute it and focus every day on happiness and all the good things you can magic up. Miracles don't just happen. We need to set them in motion. And believe me, the best is yet to come. That's a bloody good card.
Yeah,
eh?
I think this is going to be a great month for Aquarius.
It's a kind of magic.
And
So can you answer a question, or do you want to do that after the last card? We can do that after the last card. Aaron, see a question. I'll have Lisa answer it after the last card.
Well, we're not doing...
No. It's a question about how you put it together.
Oh.
So we can do that.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's going to be a hard one to answer.
Oh.
All right. So Pisces got the King of Swords. And Pisces scope is much like Libra. Legal matters being decided, and they might make some difficult choices or put you in a difficult position.
Well, like, two women, one baby.
And they could also be choices that you've made over the last few months, right? Because Libra's Tarotscope said choices that you've made in the past, chickens coming home to roost kind of thing. You might be very taken back by what is deemed legal and what is not. You may need to actually seek counsel to look over some legal documents to figure out how best to proceed. And again, if you're not involved in any legal matters, then I predict a deep truth will be told. And knowing you, you might just want to tell the deep truth to yourself. Right.
I dig this card a lot, because we've got the King of Swords here. To me, I always read this guy as the King of Solomon, and his claim to fame was the two women, one baby, each claiming the baby was theirs. He's cut the child in two, give them half each. Yeah, that's a bit extreme, isn't it? You might say, but swords do divide. But yeah, good judgment comes from bad experiences, doesn't it? And bad experiences come from poor judgment.
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, an experience is what you need.
Got to learn.
Experience is what you get after you don't need it anymore. Anyway.
So Aaron said, do you abide by the Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, Venus horoscope reading for the Tarotscopes? So I can give a really short answer to that and say, not really. But.
Okay. When you're writing horoscopes, you run what is called a sun sign process. In other words, all of the Aquarians, you put Aquarius in the first house.
Gotcha.
But because you don't know, every single person could have a different rising sign, a different moon sign.
Yep.
So Aquarius horoscope is written with Aquarius in the first house.
Gotcha.
The house of self. And so you make that wheel. I make that wheel on a plain piece of paper. Mm-hmm. And then I turn it once. And now for Pisces in the first house, Aquarius is in the 11th. For Pisces in the first house, Aquarius is in the 10th. For Taurus in the first house, Aquarius is in the 9th. And I just keep moving that wheel one house at a time. So the same things that are trined or opposed or squared are going to stay that way, but they would affect different people in different ways,
Gotcha.
different signs.
So the aspects remain the same, but they're just going to move around the houses.
Because a conjunction is a conjunction, but it happens in a different house for each sign.
Gotcha.
Right? Or a trine might be very good for the 3 water signs, where it may not affect the fire signs in the same way, that kind of thing. If that's the question that you're answering.
I think it was a bloody
so
good
then
answer.
I look at it and I think, okay, this and this is good, this and this is weird, watch out for this. This is happening in finance for them, but now when I turn it around, it's going to be happening in a different place for another sign.
No,
but
she says that's super cool.
Right,
Yeah,
so there's that pitfall
cool,
or that progress or that whatever, and it moves from house to house, from sign to sign.
I mean, it's realistically, although, some people pull the horoscopes out of their bum in newspapers, I know this for a fact, but where they actually do get an astrologer to do it, they're probably going to do much the same sort of thing, I would
That's
think.
how it's done. And I teach that in the astrology class as well.
Right.
We start out with learning why the glyph for the planet looks the way it does, and we end up able to write horoscopes in the last class.
I know.
So
It's
we're getting that way now.
crescents and crosses and circles.
Yes, it is. All right.
I learned that much.
So,
and I can tell you where your house of pancakes is pretty much. I am not an astrologer.
No.
No.
Pam says, sorry we missed you. Well, you know what was really funny, Pam? When you called to get the keychain put aside, we thought it was the other Pam. And Jen actually put your keychain in Pam's bag. So
she hasn't left with it, though, has she?
I hope not.
Well,
she would have paid for it if she did. So
we sold it to somebody
so
else.
hopefully you got your keychain today, Pam. I hope you did. All
Okay.
right. Can you hand me the rest of the cards?
I can.
I don't have them all
I hope I
separate.
can. Somewhere.
Okay.
Something like. Let me try and find them.
Oh, each. Ooh, ooh.
Let's try not to trash the joint.
All
out.
right.
There we go.
So don't forget that next Wednesday night
Karma
is
points.
Karma Points night.
Karma
so
points.
we may be live here and there, but
we might.
We're mostly going to be entertaining people at the store.
We may stick you on a live as well if you happen to win something.
Win the 200 and you want to go on and say you won the 200.
You can be like Publishers Clearinghouse turning up at your doorstep. Although we promise not to turn up at your doorstep.
All right, she said good. She got her
Oh,
keychain, so
good,
it's all
good.
good.
Glad
It
it all
got
worked,
sorted out.
all worked out in the end then. So yeah, that's basically what we came on to do today, was just to tell you your tarotscopes for the coming month, what to expect in April, even though it is March 31st.
So if that wasn't your question and
I think you got it.
if you were asking, should you read your rising sign, that is how the horoscope is written. So in other words, I'm Aquarius, but I have Leo rising. So the Leo horoscope is going to be the correct house placement for my chart.
But horoscope, horizon.
Yes.
Horizon,
Well,
what's
that's
coming over the horizon?
Your rising sign is the constellation that was on the horizon.
What's showing its face to you?
Right. So if you know your rising sign, that one is just as relevant as your sun sign.
Some say your rising sign is like the mask that you wear, isn't it? It's what, people could. I mean, looking at you, you've got this blazing red mane.
I have a very Leo look about me, yes.
Whereas me, round face.
So your descendant is the sign that you sometimes hide.
Oh.
So that's the opposite. So if you see your Cancer rising, and everybody can see your Cancerian face, and
the fact that I cry at
chick flicks, yes. But your descendant is Capricorn, so you hide your need for world domination.
Oh, do I? I don't know if I hide it very well. I think I'm pretty blatant about it, to be perfectly honest.
All right. Anyway, that's us for tonight, I think.
It is. So listen, thank you so much for watching us. This is one that people tend to go back to a lot. So if you're a little bit confused, do please take the time to learn how this all goes together. And
I'll post them as well.
Oh yeah, you get to do this too. So please feel free to share it with your friends. Like us on Instagram and Twitter. I think we're just at Awareness Shop.
We're trying to do
we might even start playing with TikTok,
Oh,
but it's you're limited to 60 seconds, the best you can possibly do.
And I'm
No,
too
the
old for
descendant
all
is
this.
not your moon sign.
No,
it
your
is
moon
not.
sign is your.
Your descendant
where the
is
moon
what's going below. It's going out. It's opposite.
No,
It's,
your descendant is opposite your rising
Exactly.
sign, so it's on the cusp of the 7th house.
it's about to go into night. It's gonna descend into darkness below the horizon,
Don't
right?
confuse people.
Oh, what am I gonna do? Hey,
No, your moon sign is the sign the moon was in when you were born.
correct. I know that one. All right then. So splendid, marvelous, and what else can we tell you?
Come out and see us. Come to the shop. You won't believe how much stuff is crammed in there.
Oh gosh, you were redoing all the jewelry cabinets.
Yeah,
today,
I did. I
weren't you?
managed to get it
It's
all
nice.
out, but whoo.
Squeeze it
All
in
right.
there. So.
Anyway,
Listen, we
Have a
love you
great
guys.
night.
Thank you so very much
See
for
you
watching
soon.
us. And like, comment, and subscribe.